Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I discuss all things fashion, style, and beauty. So if that's something that you're into, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. Today I'm going to be discussing how to put together a basic white tee and jean look for naturals. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around. And if you are in need of any additional inspiration, I will put helpful links down below, as well as links to all of my Pinterest boards for all of the different kibbe image ID types. So with that said, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so today we're going to be going over naturals, soft naturals, and flamboyant naturals, how to create that basic white tee and jean look. So let's start off with naturals. So naturals, we're looking for softly tailored, we're looking for loose, we're looking for unconstructed, we're looking for easy, airy, kind of that casual chic. They really pull that off really well. So let's get into some of the examples that I came up with. Okay, so for this first example, I feel like this is the staple white tee and jean for any naturals wardrobe. So we have here very relaxed, very easy breezy white tee. Nothing is cinched, nothing is clinging to the body. It's just very airy and light. And then with the boyfriend jean, again, keeping things with like this narrow, slim silhouette looks really great. We do have a little bit of a front tuck here, which is perfectly fine, but also for naturals, totally fine if you wanted to go untucked. I think that would look equally as good in this basic white tee and jean. And then the rips here, the rips are totally fine. Unlike classics, where classics, they want to have a little more polished elements to their look. Naturals, it's totally fine to have some of that ripped, distressed look. So love the wash of the jeans with this t-shirt. I think it looks really great. The only thing that I would add to it, just because naturals, even though we can keep things really simple, it is really great to add in some nice accessories. So I would add in just a little bit of like a chunky, either a chunky necklace or a chunky bracelet, something like that, just to kind of pull things all together. But overall, love this for natural. Next up, we have some elements here that I was talking about. So we have this chunky necklace that looks so great. It really pulls everything together, especially with the clutch and the jacket here. So with naturals, anything that's kind of earthy, it doesn't have to necessarily be like that muted earth tone. It doesn't have to be like that, but anything that pulls through as from the earth, that's gonna really bring forward your essence naturally as a natural. So here we have that necklace. It's made out of, looks like turquoise, or maybe it's faux turquoise. Either way, it really does bring kind of that artisan look, that chunky look that naturals wear so well. So as far as the white tee and the jean here, I know that it is a jean shorts, they're jean shorts. However, something that I want to mention here is the dropped waistline. So the dropped waistline does look really good on naturals. Naturals, they don't have to go for like that high-waisted jean. Not for you guys. You look way more flattering in a little bit of the dropped waistline. And again, I love the unconstructed fit here of not only the jacket, but the tee underneath. I think it has good flow. I think it has that nice long silhouette without it having to be too sharp or too dramatic. And then I love the accessory of the clutch as well. I think for a basic look like this, for a natural, again, it really does draw in that essence that's so true to you guys. So great look, love it. Next up on the docket, we have something that's a little more polished. So of course, being a natural doesn't mean that you are put into this box of you have to be boho or everything has to be ultra baggy on you. I think here is a great representation of how you can show up a little more polished day to day in a casual or even business casual setting while still maintaining your lines and your shapes. So here we have in the top, we have this open airiness, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking to keep things open, airy, unconstructed, effortless. This is like the relaxed image ID out of all the IDs, right? So here we are bringing that in this top, and we do that a little bit too in the front tuck. It creates a little bit of this soft draping, which is gorgeous. And then I also think with this long cardigan over the top, A lot of, like, the stereotype is that naturals, you know, like this is one of their items. And I would agree with that. I think that there's nothing wrong with that stereotype. You don't have to have this item in your closet if you are a natural, but they do look really flattering on you because it creates that long, narrow silhouette, that unconstructed silhouette. And especially here, it adds like this touch of elegance, especially with the sleeves, how they're a little more fitted, right? So sometimes naturals, they don't necessarily always want super ultra fitted clothing. We don't want things that are really grabbing onto the body. But here, adding in that little bit of fit, especially how it's rolled up towards the upper arms, I personally feel like that adds just a little bit more elegance here. So from head to toe, I really, really love this. I think that this is a great look for a natural, especially even like the bag, you know, I feel like the bag itself has a little bit of like flow, it's unconstructed, it's really great. So adding in accessories like that is wonderful. Okay, so the final look for naturals I have is this really cute, fun print top. And you can see here, we're playing around with pastels. So like I said, naturals don't have to be fit into this box that everything has to be earthy and boho and earth toned and sand colored, and we don't have to do that. You can also really play around with some beautiful colors, with some beautiful patterns. And here I think we have a good representation of some softer geometrics. The softness is kind of brought through with the pastel colors, but I love the construction of the shirt. So I think that it works really, really well. Again, they're doing the front tuck. It happens to be something that's really trendy right now. It's popular. A lot of people are doing it. So a lot of images online have this. But again, as a natural, you do not have to do this front tuck. I think if it was untucked and this was paired with a nice pair of jeans, whether they were skinny jeans, or I would always kind of suggest maybe going for a little more relaxed. So we don't necessarily always have to have like that tapered, skinny jean like the last image. So pairing it with something like that I think would look great with this top. But I especially loved the print. So we don't always have to go for like this plain white tee as you guys have seen in my other videos. We can kind of do a little riff on it. So love, love, love this. I think it's airy, the open neckline, it's light, it's unconstructed. I think that it would look great on any natural out there. Okay, so next up is soft naturals. And soft naturals, they have that yin undercurrent. So we really want to bring in some softness, and we do that through subtle draping. We do that through subtle flow. We also want a little bit of shaping around the waist. So we don't have to have major waist emphasis, so it doesn't have to necessarily be cinched, but we do want a little bit of shaping because soft naturals are pulling in a little bit more of that roundness. Okay, so first up, I love, love, love this. I love this top, and I also love the necklace. Let's talk about the top first for soft naturals. So we're bringing in that draping, we're bringing in that flow, and it's all in the sleeves. This has nice drape, this has nice flow. It looks so effortless and airy and light. I think that the cutouts on the shoulder, it brings in that yin undercurrent. We're keeping it nice and round. And then I think the shape going all the way down through the waistline is fine. It would be great if it was tapered in just a little bit more and gave just a little more waist definition, but I think that this is perfectly fine. And you could certainly achieve something like that by doing a little bit of a tuck here. I think untucked is just fine too. The neckline is great. We're nice and open. And then we have this necklace, which I think is both delicate, but also brings through that essence of being a natural, that earthiness. It has that kind of artisan feel to it. It looks like somebody could have maybe handmade this piece of jewelry, but it has a little bit of softness, like with the pearls, and pearls are not typical of naturals at all. But I think that in this case, if you're a pearl girl and you're a natural, I think that this is a great way to wear that kind of pearl necklace look. So great, great, great representation of soft natural. The next look that we have is super basic white tee territory, I think, for soft natural. We have nice subtle draping. We also have this material here that's kind of wrinkly, if you guys notice. It's almost like that wrinkly linen, and naturals, soft naturals, they do wonderful in this type of material. It really does give like that airiness, that lightness, that ease, that relaxed kind of vibe. I love this. So overall, I think this is great. Like I said, the waist emphasis I think is subtle, but it's there. We have a nice draping. The only critique that I really have for this is that this does come off a little symmetrical. So to bring in some asymmetry, I would suggest wearing maybe a bracelet, like a nice chunky piece of jewelry, bracelet, something like that, just something to bring in, to break up that symmetry. But other than that, I really, really love this. I think this is a great, great basic white tee for soft naturals. Okay, and last here we have this gorgeous linen dress. So we have softness, we have draping, we have nice soft draping through the sleeves, we have nice soft draping through the hemline of this, we have asymmetry going on because it's a wrap dress. I mean, the material, it's that wrinkly kind of linen that just looks really great on naturals. We have the open neckline. This to me just kind of really hits all the points for a riff on this basic white tee and jean look. So I just couldn't like not include this because it's so, so good. So good. I love it. I think it would look gorgeous. I especially love the tie in front, how it's that undone kind of bow that it's so effortless and so easy and airy and breezy, and I just love it. I would love to see a soft natural in a dress like this. I think they would look really, really great. Okay, so let's move on to flamboyant natural. Okay, so for flamboyant naturals, we're gonna want to introduce like bold sweeping lines. We want to have completely unconstructed silhouettes. We want zero waist emphasis. We also would like to have a dropped waistline. That looks really great. So let's see what I picked out for flamboyant naturals. This first look here, I love this for flamboyant naturals. So first off, a couple of things that I want to note is the shirt. I think it's a very great basic plain shirt. It's airy, it's got that unconstructed feel to it. We're open up here at the neckline. I think that's great. But I do like how they tucked it in. Even though we don't want waist emphasis, what we did is we created a dropped waist, and I love that. So tucking in the shirt gives you that visual that this is a dropped waist. And then what we do to bring in, because with flamboyant naturals on something like this, like we need a little something more to zhuzh it up. So I think that the red shirt over the top with these long vertical lines, I think is great to add that little bit of vertical line that flamboyant naturals can really rock. And then the accessories. Mostly the cuff, this big chunky cuff that she has on, as well as the gold necklace. I mean, this just looks artisan. It looks like something that could be in a museum. That's exactly what you want. You want artful, you want unique, like it's great. It's chunky, it's there. So the way that this is accessorized, as well as the silhouette, I think it's a great basic white tee and jean look for a flamboyant natural. Okay, so for this next look, it's a riff on the white tee and jean. The white tee, of course, it's got open neckline. It meets all the kind of criteria, the suggestions for anyone in the natural family. It's loose, it's unconstructed, it's that nice airy material, it's great. But I love here again what was created, this dropped waistline by that tuck into this skirt. The skirt is being worn a little bit lower. I also love how this was accessorized. Here's the thing, just like with flamboyant gamines, flamboyant naturals, it's like wearing a plain white tee and a pair of jeans. There's gotta be a little something extra. There's just gotta be that little extra something, because you just have this essence that craves it. Like you have these lines that, are great with like these long silhouettes and straight silhouettes and everything, but in the details, like there's just gotta be a little something extra. So I love the pattern of this skirt. I think that looks really great. I love the accessory of this bag. I think this bag really brings home that earthiness that naturals can really pull together really well. And then I also love the layered jewelry. So we're just bringing in a few more elements here to really round this out as a flamboyant natural ensemble. Okay, so next here is something really fun, and I think it really plays up to like these bold sweeping lines. It keeps in with that long vertical line that you can pull off. I think that this is such a great look for a Flamboyant Natural. So we have like this poncho, and I know that it's not necessarily a white top, but it's white enough, you know, like this is another riff on the white tee and jean. So what I mainly want to talk about here are the lines, the silhouette. So good. So we have this poncho, completely unconstructed, looks gorgeous, and we have like this subtle draping effect that is caused by it because it hangs off the shoulder. I love that. I absolutely love that for Flamboyant Naturals. We have this open neckline. Sometimes ponchos, they can get a little high. This one has a little bit more of like a V. Looks great. And then the way that it creates this long vertical line because of the dark blue in the poncho with the dark blue of the jean, I absolutely love. Also, we have this bold sweeping line of this flared out jean, this bell bottom jean. I think that this just looks so great. I think it would look wonderful on any Flamboyant Natural. Love, love, love it. I think that adding in just a little bit of some sort of accessory would be great. I honestly think that the pattern itself, like this would be able to stand by itself with maybe a pair of earrings. I think that this is such a great, good, bold look for a Flamboyant Natural. Okay, and last up, I have this white tee with some bold details, some vibrant colors, further showing you that you don't have to wear just earth tones and be earthy to pull through that essence of being a Flamboyant Natural. So let's talk about the cut of the shirt. So first off, we're keeping in that open, airy neckline. Nothing's constricted, looks great. And then the waist of the shirt, I love it. I think if it wasn't tucked in, you'd be able to see more of the unconstructed silhouette of it. But let's talk about the bold details of this. I love the stitching on the sleeve here. Love, love, love that. And then it carries through to the neckline. And then we have this bold, vibrant, floral kind of pattern going on here. I think that this really, really would look great on a Flamboyant Natural. It's still keeping within like the natural lines. Your silhouette and your shape is still natural, but you're adding in that little something extra. And then especially with like the tassels, I feel like the tassels add in the interest of a vertical line. I was just thinking that this shirt paired with the last pair of boot cut, the flare bell-bottom jeans that we were just looking at, I think that that would look really, really wonderful. I think overall though, this looks really great. I would really like it if it was not tucked in and worn with a pair of jeans that were like a similar wash here. And then of course, accessorizing as a Flamboyant Natural is always a wonderful go-to way to add to the look. So I really, really love this, and I think it would really look great on Flamboyant Naturals. Okay, that's it. That's all that I have for today. If you like this video, if you like this kind of content, please give this video a thumbs up. And then of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, if you want to spark any sort of conversation, please leave it down in the comments down below. And I will see you all at the next video. Bye.